So I was like, I should probably put a little bit of bread.
See, here's the thing, right?
Scotch
American bread is just like worse than English bread.
Depends on the bread. I usually.
I mean,
like
obviously,
like,
yeah.
Pumpernickel and stuff like that.
If you get like proper stuff.
Pumpernickel. Fuck off. Fucking white bread.
In more ways than one.
Like white bread. This is not normal white bread though. This is like Italian bread, so it's a little bit better.
So.
It looks like a burger bun to me.
It does look like a burger bun, but I'm assuming it's a nicer made.
It's like a loaf, and I sliced off a piece and see, sliced from both.
Okay.
Why are we talking about bread still?
Because I like... This is my channel, Scott. I like talking about random things. So, you are spending your night out. You go to the nicest establishment you can find in the local area, which is easy. You know, like an old tavern that's probably existed for a long time, longer than Vale and Thorak put together and glued. So, we already know that Gilwyn is buying shots. It's a bad idea. Is there anything you specifically want to do on your night out, or any roleplay like spikes you want to do? Again, how much you want to do the night out is up to you guys.
Do they have any bucket wine?
Ooh, you ask. You do get. They do mention that they do have one bucket wine available. So Vale, like, you guys are getting all your drinks, and Vale kind of wanders off and comes back with a bucket, like a old wooden bucket filled with red wine.
Wood's porous? Like what kind of? It's not bamboo, so we're talking like old bacteria
it's
and
soaking
mold,
in.
just kind of like sitting in there, adding flavor.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really very good.
It looks like sheets.
He's gonna like proffer it round. He's like, this is bucket wine.
Because it's a bucket, I stick my hand in the bucket. And like when I slurp it out of my hand, it's like over the bucket, so it's dripping out of my naggly beard back into it.
Thorak, it's not
a fresh bucket. So like,
it's not your kind of thing.
I'm gonna take my Kelly straw from my Sex on the Beach cocktail and put it.
Now Gilwyn can respect it, you know. The easiest way to explain bucket wine is like a weird gnomish, elvish fae thing. It ends up working. Everything about it is wrong. Like the wine, if you actually had it on its own, would taste gross. Kind of works in this situation, and you kind of like you find it, maybe you respect that, and maybe one day you might order it yourself, Gil. Caitlin already knows of the existence of bucket wine.
She would have some.
Yeah,
definitely have some.
So,
bucket adds the flavour. Wine saves the price.
For the duration of the evening, Kat would be flirting a bit with Gil, not like properly, but she'd be more trying to get him to come onto her.
Oh, one of those.
She's fishing. She's like, oh, my hair's still such a mess from that combat. And he's like, no, it looks great.
Yeah, because I mean, at one point, Caitlin must have left to like wash herself down.
Yeah, but she's trying to get him to make a move on her. But I imagine Gil, what I know of Gil so far, I imagine he's fairly ignoring this. But I don't know.
Just like I'm like, oh, she's being friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
So Vale for tonight. He comes out with his bucket wine, and so he has two agendas. One is he's carousing. He's proper going for it. He's trying to get everyone drunk, but especially he wants to see Thorak drunk. He's not seen Thorak drunk, so he's been, come on, let's do a shot, Thorak. Come on. And he's gonna slowly work and he's like, why is it not working? No, towards the end of the night, he's like, I am feeling worse for wear. Thorak looks worse for wear as ever, but that's it. No change. But yeah, basically, he's quite good. He's going for it quite hard.
I get you. We've all been there. You want someone to get drunk, but you get drunk first. Gilwyn's definitely one of those situations. He's ordering loads of drinks for everyone and drinking like double the amount as everyone else and looks fine. He gets to that point of like a glass and a half full of red wine where you're perfect drunk and he just stays there.
Oh.
Unless he pushes it.
Well, I've got one of my natural talents.
I mean, I'll be encouraging you to drink because I'm in like full carouse. Like
y'all, aside from Thorak, because Thorak doesn't work like people do.
Yeah, it's like I have a 20 Constitution and
you
advantage
don't.
against
You're
poisons.
It's
You,
fine.
the rest of you have
Borak.
Constitution
Take
rolls.
his name.
Gilwyn, you have advantage. And the good question is Gilwyn going to play any music while you're here?
Oh, I am.
Oh boy.
Vale,
Ooh.
you try so hard to get Thorak drunk. And Thorak, I imagine when you like buy him a drink, will drink it, but maybe not like as actively as you want him to. Maybe he'll drink them a bit slower. But I don't know if that's why you get drunk so fast. But his golden complexion of Vale is gone a little bit of an orangey green. He's like this on the table very early on into the night. Over his bucket.
This is where elves look. The elves live in north.
And Caitlin, seeing Vale get so rough is making you feel rough. Not that bad, but like you know, you're like, okay, I've got to stop.
Yeah, maybe I should take it a bit easier. Yeah, don't want to get like that.
I'll go up to Caitlin and be like, so I heard in the jail cell earlier. We're in a jail cell. We got arrested. That was weird. You said something about you're gonna blow your chance.
All I meant was, if I've been working so hard for House of Gast for so long, I was worried that they'd cut me off completely over this. It was, I wasn't referring to anything specific.
But why do you care?
And she actually she's a bit drunk, so she looks at him, tries to give him a look of like confusion. It probably comes off a bit weirdly, but it's just like, because Arabia is so glorious. Don't you see the elves, their culture? It's so magnificent.
While she says that, like, this is a very busy place and it's mostly full of nobles. Like, there is like a noble elven woman who falls over at a nearby table, and there's a laughter goes up as like her dress goes over her head, and she may have not been wearing appropriate clothing underneath. And there is like a roar of laughter from their like group of.
Look, they're so
nobility.
cultured.
Yeah, Katie completely doesn't notice that. It's just like completely blinkered. It's just, and she just carries on. She goes on like, why wouldn't I want to defend this? I've wanted to since we came here when I was a child. It's.
Okay, I'm gonna go play some music, and I will go and play.
Gilwyn, please, if
What?
you were going to play a song, do a little favor.
What's that?
Please don't suck.
I don't have any woodwind instruments. No, keep going.
I do not understand. Oh,
And I will.
this is good joke.
I will play my new song, "The Flame-Kissed Maiden."
Okay, give me a performance roll, Gilwyn.
Oh no!
Are you making like heavy eye contact with Caitlin?
Oh yes! Oh,
Caitlin's song is awesome.
This is a fairly raucous like room right now. It's like
it's not a Slayer music video. Jesus.
this tavern has a few
While
floors.
strumming my great sword.
It's a whole thing. Come on, Gilwyn's classy. He's a classy bard. So, but you capture the attention of this room, and you are not by far not the only people in this room. You capture the attention. People come up from come down from the roof, which has got like a roof garden, and up from the floor below to listen to this song. And you can describe it in brief terms, because we may hear it one day. But you capture the audience. Not only is the song good, but the story is good, and they're in. And when it ends, there's just a round of applause and a standing ovation.
That catches me off guard because I'm not used to standing ovations.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, thank you. And I prepare to play the next song, if I may.
This song right here, this would make his father proud.
Did I hear that?
No, probably not.
Probably not over
No,
the
just
noise
Vale
of the
sitting
room.
next to you, and he's like, Why won't they stop?
Slightly drunk cat is probably nudging Thorak in the side, like, that song's about me, you know. That song's about me.
Never mind. This song is shit. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You are a good woman. Very good woman.
Thank you, Sir Thorak. He probably swings an arm round at this point, a bit drunk. Like,
It's not.
She's like really close and gets like a nice like undercloak.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He's
like,
not the right temperature.
Perhaps your priorities are a little off, but good woman.
Gilwyn, feel free to perform your next song.
Okay. Bane of the Beard Bastards.
Bane of the Bearded Bastards, the reprise.
Oh shit.
That one doesn't capture people just as much. You've made alterations since last time, and also you're sort of like, maybe an elven audience would appreciate it more. The funny thing is they laugh. They laugh quite a bit in this song. As if you're doing like a comedy music performance, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like last time where they were completely raptured. Most people go back to their own business. Most people just sort of have it in as background noise. But some people laugh, like they just like notice and just like they laugh and stuff like that. But it's definitely not as much as last time. I'm gonna say you probably perform a few more random songs while you're up there for the evening, but you don't spend your whole night there.
Nope.
You do actually get a little bit of money. There's a little sort of bone chalice by the little performance area, and some people have slipped in some money, and you end up getting 22 gold out of it of tips, which is really good. But mostly you're in a place of big spenders. Right?
Yeah.
when he stands down and comes back to the table, Caitlin will actually get up and give him a big hug and be like, "Thank you for that."
Question: Is she wearing her breastplate?
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to say she's so strong that this probably hurts Gil. She's also a bit drunk. She doesn't really control her strength very well.
Thank you.
I'm gonna lean over to Vale as like they're approaching, and right as she's like about to hug him or whatever, like, "Hey, do you think we make sparks fly between them two?"
I cannot leave the room right now. if they need you need to carry me.
Yes. I'll yes.
He's got like a bowl of like peanuts or something. He's like trying to eat them to not be drunk, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Oh, I cast minor illusion when she goes to embrace him, and there's literally like kind of like a scene from Aladdin, like a little fireworks display that happens as she like gives him the big hug. It's like,
Gilwyn's ribs creaking the whole time.
Crunch.
Fork's like, haha, not cheesy.
You know,
when I pull away from the hug, I'll go, "Thank you, Caitlin. You're a really good friend," and I'll sit down.
I know some people in chat who are going to be sad about that.
Maybe the next song could be Gilwyn kissed lady.
Gurgling.
Back over to the bucket.
So with that, I'm going to say, Caitlin, little problem. This elf, he drinks like an elf. As you can see, they are clearly an inferior people.
Again, did you say that? Like another caucus, like super loud laughter or something. Like a server's dropped a plate. It's like,
Yes,
hey!
that's so funny, guys. You have no idea the stress of that, okay? Like, that's food cost for one.
Does that happen in America? If a server drops a plate, does everyone go, "Hey"?
Someone make me a Scott triggered gif.
So there's actually even a green screen, so it's easy to peel it away.
Nice.
So anyways, what is it? So I'm actually going to say, perhaps since you like these people so much, perhaps you should nanny him. Bring him home and nurse him to good health.
Yes, that's a good idea. If he's hungover in the morning, I can even use my abilities to help him recover from that as well. Yes, I'll look after him. And goes across to Vale.
There's no way Vale can do the golden tree. No way. After that.
Of course, Caitlin is not exactly sober herself, but she's got
No,
so
but you know,
strong
she's strong
drunk
person.
to go after the more drug person.
And she's got like a protector's instinct, you know. So that's easy enough. You can hoist him up, and like he probably still thinks he's like mostly walking, but he's like being dragged, and take him to his room, which you already like just got because the rooms are really nice, and you're like laying down.
My legs are like dragging behind, not walking, but they're like wiggling.
Yeah.
Again, as if
Like
I'm-
the feet are doing like the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
skid lift.
So they get dragged off, and of course, like you can hear other people in the room like, "Look at that! Look at him! He's had too much," like that kind of thing. And you are left with Gilwyn and Farak at the table. Before like anything happens, like someone goes over him, and goes like, "That was an amazing performance. You're like you must be." And like there's a couple of like empty
Yes,
but
yes.
thankful
Fuck off.
conversations.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
You give
Whoa,
in the
whoa,
morning.
whoa.
In the morning.
Nice words should not be. Thank you.
They
What's
like
your
to
name?
leave you alone.
What's your name?
Her name
Gilwyn's going for
is
it.
Ande.
And
Would you
Sounds
care
like
to
Andy.
give me a?
can I make a gender roll? Sorry.
You're fairly sure it's a woman?
Get in the kitchen! It's a gender role! Get in the kitchen! It's where you belong!
Make me a sandwich.
That is terrible. I
Can I make a gender role? Okay, just so you know, your assigned tasks for today are... This is your gender role.
Oh boy.
bad.
If you're on a nat 20, you get a sandwich made for you.
Oi, stop. Bad. So she fucks off.
I feel
So
great.
I'll gesture to the freshly opened bottle of whiskey that we have that, and you know, still rather full, and be like, perhaps we should very quickly finish this sheet of whiskey. That way I can finally enjoy the shot.
Okay. I'll grab
And
the
so,
bottle.
what I'll do is, as he goes to grab the bottle, I'm actually gonna reach across and grab one of his empty like pint glasses, like pull it back, and so I'll like after he like pops the cork off the bottle, I'll like put it out in front of him to like a filler up.
Okay. And I'll just pour.
Is this the one from your own bottle?
Oh, well, more or less like we ordered a bottle of shit. And
Okay.
it's been sit-
I was just gonna wonder if there would be like chunks.
Oh
But they're
no!
not in this one. This is gonna.
This
be
is a
fine.
clean
This is
whiskey.
the clean whiskey. That's basically what I was asking.
This isn't blended.
Drink right now, yeah.
Okay, so, yep, drinking.
After he
Drinking.
fills it like a considerable amount, I'll then grab another one of his empty beer glasses and put it there for him to fill that one. You know?
What the fuck, Forak?
Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just points out that
He
it's
fills
weird.
it while laughing and saying, "What the fuck?"
I'll hold my hand over the thing, and I'm gonna make it. What is that? I'm gonna hold my hand over the thing and use what's it called? Firebolt, but like obviously very much brought down to set the whiskey on fire.
Cool.
And I'll hold up my glass in front of him, like waiting for him to pick up his.
I'll cast Prestidigitation and put the fire out.
Put my glass down, looking really annoyed and disappointed. Pull my hand over it, light the flame again.
People are flammable.
Fine. And I'll drink.
I'll hold up my glass and say something in Dwarven, some kind of like Dortne bunken darn king korankan for the puntar.
I love the blatant racism.
Blatant racist gibberish. Oh, good old Gilwyn. Good old Gilwyn.
Just for the record, I actually did take a huge swig of whiskey just now.
Gotta be a character, right?
Gotta be in character.
So, how's the rest of your night go? I know you're drinking the whiskey. Do you have any meaningful conversations? You don't have to roleplay everything. You're just sort of like having a night.
I'll just ask Forak general questions about how he perceives Caitlin around me. Like the sort of, do you think she's Like, do you think she likes me? Those sort of questions that you would ask your friend at a nightclub or whatever.
These questions, they are for different time. Yes, when mind is sober and we think well. But now, let's talk the other things
Forex is like,
before she returns.
do you think Dale likes me?
This problem of mine. Have you, in your travels, have you ever heard of such a thing?
You can straight up give me a history roll. Dino. I won't
Such
call
a
you
thing?
Dino again if you get a good roll.
Such a thing as what?
Him. It's one of those things where, especially as bards, you hear a lot of stories of shambling dead and zombies and people slaying zombies in this world. Undead exist, especially the whole story of Lichvale. There are a lot of tales told of the saving of Lichvale. None of them alike. Most of them credit it to an adventurer group called Midwinter, but at the same time kind of go like, hey, they fixed it, but they also fucked it. They blew up the city, which fixed it, but they blew up the city, right? It's one of those things where, yeah, you know that zombies and undead are a thing, but you've not heard of like a sentient one? There's no stories about that.
So, for all Gil knows, undead are like bad for the most
Yeah,
part.
you've heard of undead as villains and monsters, or villains or mindless forces of nature. Minions. Forces of nature is more I was thinking like.
Oh, okay.
You know, there's actually a dwarven place you would have heard about where, you know, you just don't go there. There was a dwarven prison that something happened very similar to Lichvale, and everyone there is dead. And in a very dwarven way, they're just like, we don't want to go there anymore.
Did Midwinter do that one as well?
They tried to fix that one. They didn't. But
So,
yeah.
most undead. Sorry, should I call you that? Do you like that?
I do not care what's
Not
the
live.
titles
What should we
give.
call you?
Living
It does
impaired.
not matter.
Living challenged.
Yeah.
What this phrase that I think Caitlin would say sounds very wrong. Perhaps this thing should not be said. Caitlin's not here. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're the first one that I've read about that can actually like sound somewhat intelligible.
Somewhat.
And
It is challenge.
you seem like the most morally, except for maybe Caitlin, the most centered of us, which is weird because you're half a skeleton and some glob mess. I need the water.
Water, like
Water.
like a river.
I need to not feel this way anymore.
No, what you need. Hold on. Let me. Oh, here's my shot. Oh no, this.
Did he put it by his chair on the ground for later? That is adorable, actually.
Like he had his cat
Sheepish.
next to him.
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
like,
just,
oh, you.
It's the
Oh,
fake innocence of Forak. Oh, where did I put that shot? Oh, there it is. Oh, look. I found the shot.
There is little left in bottle. Perhaps you finish bottle and I take shot and we then we find you water.
Okay.
I have not drank water in very long time.
Okay, I'll drink the dregs of the bottle with some discomfort and
Clink, like holding it back, like you choke it up and you have to like swallow it
Yeah.
down, like vomit.
Yeah.
Take the shot too. I'm like,
That's always the best one.
this. Let me show you bottle. No. As I see like you turning green. No. Different bottle. Different lit. I'll reach down and pull out from like where I have it kept right now my stone bottle, and I hand it to him, and I'm like, I found these.
is this your penis? Can you detach that? Is that why it's made of stone?
I do not.
Make Borax speechless.
It is funny you say this. I do not have.
Oh,
Well, not anymore.
Ah.
It's in my hand.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that is dead.
This bottle right here. This bottle, it is liquor. Not to drink. It is empty. It is not empty. It is full. Hold on. My mind is a little crowded. It eventually, the whiskey eventually. This
Damn, I
bottle,
missed
it is from my family. I know this name from my gravestone. I climbed out and saw this name. I know. And this bottle is from that. This is actually, I took the dirt from the grave and I put in the bottle to keep. It is, how do you say, it is how I channel my magics, is through this bottle. And it is who I was. I do not remember back then, though.
Gilwyn, make me an Arcana roll. You can actually feel magic holding it now that you mention it. You wouldn't have noticed it before. It's very faint. Or maybe it's just magic you don't recognize. You know, a little bit like illusion magic and stuff like that. And the way bards learn magic is very learned by ear instead of learned by text or whatever. So you recognize that there's, now that he's pointed out, you're like, oh, there is clearly more to this. But it's just sort of a feeling, you know?
I got a feeling.
So this bottle, good band. This bottle is full of dead you and soil.
Yes, there is. I actually will hold up my hands that has a glove on it, and I like go to start removing the glove. Does he continue looking with like that? Like I can't stop looking.
Yeah.
I'm not going to describe the way the hand looks. All I'm going to say is everything I've described until this point, it's worse. And then I'll point at the part of it that's missing, and I'll say, these bones, these are in the bottle. And then I put the glove back on, just covering back up that absolute horror show that you just witnessed.
Let's just say something was alive there.
Do you want this bottle back?
Yes, but I bring this up to you because I know how to speak to people, but you know how to speak to people, and I hope that perhaps I don't know who I was, and so I don't know who I am or who I will become. I hope that perhaps you help me find these answers.
I give him the bottle back. Well, do you care about who you were?
I don't know, which is why I ask. I don't know.
Well, if you can't remember, then why let it rule you? Be what you want to be now.
We were in the Dwarven City, and before we left there, we had discussion. Do we do what we are hired for, or do we take the gold? Why do I give a fuck one way or the other? But I do. Perhaps because of who I was.
Yeah.
Caitlin is a good woman. Yes, you and I both agree on this.
Very good.
You and I have different opinions about certain features, but we both agree she is a good woman. Yet I will argue with her very much because I passionately feel different, and I don't know why. So I think maybe this will help.
Your questions are stupid. You're upset that you think differently to somebody, and you don't know why you feel this way.
Yes.
Why question how you feel? If you feel it, then there's a reason for it. But you don't need the reason.
You understand the reason why you feel for Caitlin, yes? We all understand the reason you feel for Caitlin. I do not understand why I respect her honor. Why? Why do not I respect Vale's lack of honor?
I thought dwarves were big into honor.
Am I a dwarf? I was dwarf.
Kind
I
of smell
was
like
dwarf.
one.
Yes, but am I now?
You're more dwarf than elf.
And we can thank all the lords for that one, especially kill the elf fucker that took the eye from the orc. Whatever his name.
Kilbasa?
Sure, that's a better name than he has.
Kilbasa.
Kilbasa.
It doesn't matter what you are or where you come from, does it? It matters where you're going.
True, but if you are going somewhere that you've never been, you kind of have idea
Is
how.
Gilwin's hand on Forak's hand at this point? Where
No.
It doesn't matter where you're going. It doesn't matter where you've been. It matters where you're going. I've never been
Staring
there
deeply
before.
into his eyes.
Remember, you're allowed 2 dates with every option before you settle down.
That's true. That's how it works.
This is our second date.
This is technically true. You know, that's how it works. Then you gotta pick who to date.
Am I your dream daddy? Moving on. Moving on. So, you have understanding of perhaps how you might feel, or perhaps how you will react. I have no.
You have no idea. Because you have no frame of reference, is what you're saying.
Frame of reference. Yes, this. In Dwarfish, we call it Bakruntian Pantai.
Oh, sorry.
It means, roughly translated, fucking goblin with no head.
It's a strange.
Apples and oranges.
But the decisions you're going to make are decisions. The decisions, but it doesn't matter where they come from. They come from whatever you are now. You don't have to worry about what you wear or how you were raised or what you were doing before that. You've got a reset. You can
If
do what
you
you
did
want.
not know your past, would you have
I prefer
become?
to not know my past.
Would you have become this song tonight? Perhaps the inspiration is a little, but the song, fantastic, fucking amazing. But if you did not know that your father was as amazing as he was, perhaps you not take this path. Perhaps you not have this muse.
Without my father, I'd probably still be in Goldport. With like,
There you are. So past does make present. Anyways, do me a favor as friend. Friend?
of course.
Two more! No, not the glass, you dumb. 2 more bottle! Fuck.
Oh! Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're
Right.
gonna go bring you 2 more bottles. Of course they will.
Then do me this favor. Just keep ear to ground. Listen to the way the stone vibrates.
Okay.
And I think we'll leave that there. So,
Nosh.
in the morning, you are
all
all
dead.
hungover. You feel
Dead.
dead. Every single
So,
one of you.
Vale actually looks like a high elf now, because he's pale.
Yeah.
He's oh so pale.
Caitlin has done this before. She knows to use 5 points of lay on hands to cure poison.
Yeah, like
bullshit.
Caitlin's walking
That's
back.
bullshit. Jesus did not give you powers so you can drink all night. You pay
The
your
elves did though. So.
you pay your respects to the Dionysus.
Dionysus.
So you all meet up back downstairs. You all feel crap. Caitlin looks great after, she actually is fine. She looks good too. She's no longer coated in blood. She's actually got it all out. Like under the dark light yesterday, you couldn't tell, but there was still like blood stuck in her hair and stuff. Now she's fine. We all meet up. It's just another lovely spring day. Honestly, it's still nice. It always seems to be nice.
What are we doing today? We going back to see.
So
No.
All the gassed, yes.
Yes.
I certainly intend to. You all look rather worse for wear.
Nope, I am fine.
If you insist. You accompanying me then, Vale?
Yep. He stands up and like sways and goes.
You put a hand out to steady him. Like.
This elf here. Yeah.
That's all you need to say.
Oi.
Oi.
I've got my sea legs.
He
I will
says,
be
stumbling.
Yes, they're rather shaky sea legs at the moment, I think.
Come on, Caitlin. Let's go talk to an elf.
Alright, so you head back to the Aghast estate. You head back through, I assume. Do you go to his office? Do you go back to the place he showed you, the secret lab, as Gilwyn called it?
Go to the secret lab.
Yeah.
So that involves walking through the middle of the castle in the middle of the day, and you get looks. Of course you get looks. Mostly Forak gets looks. Caitlin, you know what, they don't
Sexy
care.
looks.
You also immediately notice that Lady Pandora woman is sort of hovering around. She's definitely noticing you. She's like, her eyes lock with each of yours for a brief moment while she's having a conversation with someone else. And it's one of those things that kind of makes you a little uncomfortable. It's a very very intense looking woman.
Is she?
Ooh, let me actually check.
Ish. You know,
Because of the way it works,
Within 100
you
years.
would still be uncomfortable around her.
Yeah. So Vale makes eye contact and then looks down.
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
know.
will bow my head after making
She's almost a little too old for you, but yeah, she's kind of
On the
sexy
limit.
elf. Yeah, she's a bit of an elfy milf, but not quite that far. So
A melf.
a melf.
Melf.
That was a joke in the Simpsons game when they went to the fantasy world and Marge became an elf. Homer said, "Man, you sure do make a good milf," and Marge was like, So good old Simpsons. So you go in and you go into this. It says a secret lab. It's not like there's a secret entrance or anything. It's just sort of like you're going out of the way. There's been no reason for you to go back here regularly. Unless maybe you worked in this building. So you go in, the people working the elven forges, Forak, you notice this is a very lazy operation. Seems like maybe it's just where they make the occasional metal things for when they need the occasional random thing. It's not like one of their full weapon forges, blah, blah, blah. Maybe they're making some arrowheads right now. But you go into the secret lab and Varorian is there, pacing, and Layla doesn't look like she slept. She is... There's a few cushions, but she's like this. Her hood's back. Her hair is just like frazzled. There are a few incantations around. You recognize Vale that he had a Varorian had a glittery red ink, more or less. Right? And that's been used to write some magical circle things and writings and notes, but she just looks, pissed at herself, pissed at the world. She's not, she looks angry, It's definitely that kind of thing going on. Varorian doesn't actually notice your presence in almost a sort of elven way. He's kind of a little bit in his own head right now, even though he's a half-elf, he spends more time on the elven side. But Layla looks up and goes, "So, I'm going to need you to do something. Valvorian said he would pay. I feel very uncomfortable asking you to do this. Now, let me just say that right now, and I will make sure he pays you. But you work for him anyway, right? So he should pay you.
Yes, better than last time, I hope.
I'll try and make sure of it because I know what some of you have, and as talents, as skills, and the dangers involved. I need you to go to Goldport. I need you to go to my house. I need you to get my spell book.
My heart sinks when I hear that name, by the way.
This, and she gets like the pocketbook, is a quick replica, a backup. It has some magic in it, and you actually notice she isn't wearing her hood, her cloak. Her corset doesn't cover like her shoulders and her back. If you do walk around her, there is a red tattoo on her back that is shimmering with magic. And like this helps, but it's not to do this. What Valerian needs is it requires my spell book, my papers, my research, everything. And I left it. I couldn't leave the city with a spell book. It wouldn't. It couldn't work. Even if I was smuggling it, it wouldn't work. And the rest of them already discussed Vale while you weren't there. That they are aware, or at least Gilwyn is aware. And she mentioned them that there are witch hunts going on in Goldport, and that she escaped them. She actually thought you were witch hunters. I can tell you the address, and she writes it down in the same red ink. It is 13A Long Rattle Street. It's in the Silver District. If you go to 13B, he tell me that I sent you and show me this. It's in my handwriting. He'll let you in, and then you can find my spellbook and you can leave. What are you laughing at?
Me and Scott sexting a little
Stop. Rude dudes. This is important conversations.
We're listening to the conversation.
His name is Cobb. He rents from me, and he's a little weird, but he will pay attention. He'll let you into my place. I don't have a key anymore, but it is my place, and it's my spell book and the fire magic that I know that I was I learned in Tron. It's all in there. This is memory. This is it's not good enough to do what he needs. What we need.
Bale's gonna cross his arms after all this, and he's gonna turn to Balrorian, and he's going to say, 1, I want more money this time. 2, I want some more of those fire powder cartridges. I happened upon a little present for myself, and let's just say it's pretty useless without them.
He actually nods. Yes, I'll...
And 3. He would
There is
like
no 3.
He would like more money this time.
Yes, I understand. The
They'll
risk
nod.
involved. I know many of you are of the magic persuasion. The risks of all getting into Goldport are... Yes, but it will be important.
I don't think you understand. Your little girlfriend there says that there are people that will string me up and kill me just for taking piss.
No, well...
They hunt witches. Can you explain the magics that I have? I cannot. Can you?
Valrorian just kind of like, this is something you're going to have
Yes,
to deal with.
you are some form of sorcerer, yes? He has natural born abilities, so
That
they
doesn't-
would kill him. Kill him as soon as look at him.
Yes.
Yes?
The only spellcasters they allow in their
Yes.
city are the clerics, priests, paladins of the Summer Walkers. They're strange faith. They won't allow anyone else. They usually... How you get into the city
Bring
is
you
not my
up and
concern.
kill you, yes?
Yes.
I
about,
have more plans in life than to be killed because of you are too afraid to go to your own house.
This is
Well,
Valrorian
they-
talking to you right now.
Well, we're gesturing to the other person.
Yeah. You do that, and Layla kind of like actually flinches. And almost like she's going to say something, but she bites her tongue. Valrorian, during this, is actually going over to a table, takes around 15 fire powder cartridges, and hands them to Vale. One by one.
Dale counts them out, looking pleased.
Like I said,
Yes.
like she said, your pay will be great. and if, well, your pay will be great. You'll be compensated for the risk, as is the case with all of this business.
In the first place, Sephorak, I do not believe that you need to accept this mission. I will go. I do not know if the others will go, as this is a task for Aradia, so for the good of Aradia.
You truly think that if you go to a place that is dangerous, that you will not have Gilwyn here to follow you? And do you truly think that Vale has a decision in this matter?
Well, Vale is one
You
matter.
choose to go. The other two are stuck with you by one circumstance or another.
Vale is
I will
one
come.
matter. Vale is
I
one
will-
matter, but Sir Gilwyn is free to make his own choices, as are you, Sephorak.
Yes, you are not wrong there. But you and I both know exactly how that will play out. I am the only wild card. I am the wild card in this one, and I have, let's say, investment.
I do not believe you will let us go alone, Forek. We may die. I think you will not want that to happen.
Death
You
is
are
not so
always talking about honor. I think you wouldn't let us go. I am willing to call your bluff.
I'm not. There's no bluff whatsoever. I come. I'm saying that there is really no decision here. The only person that has decision here is you, Caitlin.
While this
I do not
conversation is
see
happening,
why that is the case. I do not see. I'm sorry, Sephorak. I do not see why this is the case at all. You are under no obligation to work for House Agast. I am doing this so that I can better myself in this society. As far as I know, you do not know this. You do not have any
I
such
just
requirement.
simply ask one little question. We either continue down this path, or we do not. This is it. If you say yes, I will follow.
Well, I am going. I've already made my decision, but I do not understand why that means that you and Sir Gil need to follow me.
If I
You
may interrupt for a
Please.
moment.
Please.
Forak, the way he says it is not very eloquent. He is a dwarf, yes, but what he means is you are his comrade now, and he will not let you go alone. Gilwyn he suffers a similar condition. The point is,
Yes.
we will not let the fair Lady Layla have to go back to her own city, no? We will do it for her, and we will loot her house for the spellbook. And then we will come back, and we will have many riches from Valrorian, who will not break his word and pay us well. And we will do this just like we did before. We had a hostile city. Well, not maybe quite so hostile, but I'm sure Sir Valrorian will keep us well equipped, provide us with any equipment that may hide some magic potential.
you look at Valrorian.
Some horses would be useful if we are traveling all the way to Goldport.
I can arrange horses. I can't arrange a way to hide the magics. And sort of Layla actually stands up and she hands Forak something. It's a long strip of paper that kind of rolls up into a thing, and it's got this incantation written on it. But you know, you can tell it's an incantation. You can't tell any more of it. And it's like, apply this to your skin when you get to Goldport. It'll make you look less grey. It won't stop you being a sorcerer, but it'll make you look less suspicious.
I understand. Thank
Val's
you.
he's gonna be like, Duragar blood is not very common down that way. It is probably for the best.
She kind of like is impressed that you know that, because she's a woman of science. Aurorian's like kind of like thinking like, yes, I can. If you spend some time planning, stay in the courtyard for a time. I'll arrange horses. I'll bring them here. Feeding them, handling them, that'll be your duty. But horses and saddles, I can get you if you've got a long journey to go, and you will not be wanting to take it by sea. So
I would.
That should be
He
for
doesn't
robbery,
really reply. He
perhaps.
just like walks out
I
the room
have
rather
not been
roughly.
on this boat. Perhaps maybe by sea is not bad decision.
He's
Yeah.
already left.
The waters are very treacherous. The ice sets in, and if you head north, there is the ice. If you head south, there is the pirates. So this is why he says
And
no.
on the roads, there's goblins, there's giants, there's what are the hyena people? The dog, big and stupid. Them. There is hobgoblins. There is, and it goes on and on. But to finish the point, Caitlin, very simple. In a caravan, there is a horse. Yes, you are the horse in this caravan. And so the immediate attachment to you is, of course, our friend here, Gilwyn. And then, for one reason or another, I am attached to Gilwyn. And then our friend here, Vel, well, he's
Trapped in the carriage. I
Yes.
can't get out.
yeah, yes.
I just turn to Gilwyn and say, Sir Gilwyn, while I would certainly appreciate your aid, you do not need to feel like you have to accompany me. I do this for Aradia. And if you are interested in the money offered by Lord Agast, there is no need to risk yourself if you do not wish.
Good, because I'm not going.
And then I just turn to I turn to Forak. I just sort of give him a look like, what were you saying?
Genuine
Yeah.
surprise, and Forak
Vale
doesn't
surprised
express
that,
emotion
so.
most of the time. Yeah, genuine. So Vale and Forak are both like. I'm actually looking at
Yeah.
like after
So
I
just,
give
like,
her
staring
genuine surprise.
blankly at
I'm
Gil.
staring at Gil like.
I'm not going.
Why
I'm not
not?
going there.
Why not, Gil?
Because I left there a year ago. I'm not going back.
Is this where you're from?
Well, I did tell you that yesterday.
Yesterday, I was perhaps a little. It takes a little while because dwarven livers. My liver works so well, but the. Oh. Then I apologize. For two reasons. One, I misunderstood, and two, I didn't listen, and that is not good, either.
It's okay. I'm just not going.
Gilwyn, how do I say? You're a bard, yes.
Yeah.
You wish to be a famous bard.
Yeah, sure.
All of the famous bards that you hear of, their tales, the most famous songs, the ones that they write, they were there for. Slaying of a dragon, these sorts of things. The bards have to undertake peril to get this sort of infamy. While I would not force your hand, I would say this is a good opportunity for that sort of infamy.
It's not the physical danger I'm scared of, Vale.
What is wrong?
I'm not going.
Caitlin would be looking at him sympathetically because she does know a little bit about what about why
He's gonna squint. Vale's gonna squint in now, and he's gonna be like, "It is where you are from, yes?
Yes. I
Does
guess
your-
this is.
Does your father still live there?"
At this point, at that, Caitlin would actually sort of stand across in front of Gil and say, "If Sir Gilwyn does not wish to come and does not wish to reveal his reasons, he has every right to do that, Vale."
Very well.
Yeah, I
What,
guess this would
after
be the
that?
best time.
Before, as Gilwyn goes to talk, Layla's like, "Can you have this conversation outside? I have lots of writing."
Ah, yes.
can't
Sorry, Madam
concentrate.
Layla. Let's move out.
Yes,
Well,
let's go and have a conversation about how we are going to go
Rather
risk
rude.
our lives for her sake. Come now.
She's not appreciative of perhaps what it is that we do.
We're so grumpy.
Yeah.
Every time something like that happens.
Perhaps your
He's like,
parents
"What?
did not
Oh,
raise you
no."
correctly. Just saying.
as we're leaving, Vale's gonna walk alongside Gil, and he's gonna put an arm around his shoulder, and he's gonna say, "It has been fun, Gil. I see you will go far. I have no doubt we will sing your songs on the high seas once or twice before the end. No?
Yeah, hopefully. I'm staying right here.
Well, you are beholden, aren't you?
I have no choice in the matter. I am going, and I probably am risking the least by going."
Well, fair, considering what I hear about this place.
All right, so I think that's where we're going to leave off here for that chunk. Drama,
Shit,
action,
dog.
Oh.
divided. Drama, action, divided. We'll be
Fine.
back.
As soon as we go off air, we're just gonna all get our socks out, put a big bar of soap in there, and just beat Dean for a bit.
Sock party!
Okay.
Train, rail.
The sock party has some other connotations.
For
I
some
think.
reason, I just suddenly want to be there. But for the record, we're gonna use oranges. Come on, he looks like he breezes like a peach.
Okay, so we'll be back in like 5 minutes. What's gonna happen? Oh, we'll see, won't we? Fuck you. Be patient, bitch.